this week's episode, we discover Saddleback Island, talk about managing tempers, and get a taste of some wind over 30 knots.
You're back with Jess and Rach on our 37-foot Cavalier All the Stars. No better use for an old banana than a banana smoothie. I like our banana smoothies, don't we? Rach bought this great little Boost Splendor rechargeable. Seems to be holding its own for making smoothies.
And who was skeptical about that?
Yeah, I'm skeptical about it still because it doesn't seem to have lots of horsepower, but it does the job. It's a cheapie, but so far it's a goodie. Usually cheapie doesn't equal goodie. Usually equals landfill. Wow, what a day. We going adventuring today, Rach?
Yeah.
I'll get the dinghy off and go for an explore over there to that beach. We're going to go over and maybe take our snorkeling gear and get off the boat for a few hours and have an explore because we're starting to get a bit cabin feverish. Yeah, so what do you think? Good idea?
Yes.
Well, we're going to put some bread on before we go.
Oh yeah, the bread.
So,
Because we need to, the process is put it on, turn it off, forget about it, then come and turn it back on again, then forget about it again. It makes a perfect loaf.
Rachel's just gone around for a walk, exploring some of the headlands behind us. And I'm pretty keen to get in the water after seeing some lobster frames on the beach. I saw a second one on the way back. So just jump in around this edge over here. It's on the lee side of the island. The viz doesn't look fantastic, but I'm just keen to get in and see whether I can catch us something in the form of dinner. Gotten out of the water. Didn't do any good with the fishing. The reef's quite badly covered in like a sludge, or patches of live coral here and there. The only fish I saw that were probably edible were wrasse species, which are quite important in chewing off algae off reefs, so I didn't take any of those. So broke it to Rach that we're having lentils again tonight. Check that out for a bendy. We've been getting these in our feet everywhere. So we got to the island, Saddleback Island. I had to walk around. I had a dive, snorkel around, no fish. We did some yoga, some stretches, had some lunch, nibbles. Now we go back to the boat.
Study.
Study. Oh, it's a fairly eventful day, really.
That was exhausting.
But we're actually not drinking coffee today, so that's why we look like we're half.
We are exhausted. It's a detox day.
And tomorrow?
And tomorrow. And the next day. It's a detox week.
3 days of no coffee? My God. So before we went island exploring this morning, Rach put on a loaf of bread and it has come out amazing. Check out this for a stovetop bread. Sourdough. That's just baker's flour and sourdough. We have hit the jackpot.
So fluffy.
So fluffy.
So fluffy.
So it is Thursday morning. Rach and I are about to head off from our little spot here at Jonah Bay. She's making some recce down there. And we're now heading to Cape Upstart. So yeah, it's about 53 nautical miles. It could take us 10 hours, or it could take us 8 if its wind is forecast to be as it is. So just rounding Gloucester Island. And just to keep it all very real, I have a confession. And there's no valid excuse. I basically got quite grumpy about 20 minutes ago and barked at Rach for not passing me a rope or something, and that was totally uncalled for. So I need to look within and work out why these things come up, but I think I just internalise something that's bothering me and I don't recognise it until it's too late. So I'm sorry, Rach.
It's alright.
I need to work on that.
It's okay.
Now the boat, we've rounded the island and we've set a new course, and the boat's sailing much flatter and things seem much nicer, not as agitating having the boom banging around. Let's just hope that there's no more grumpy episodes from Captain Grumpface.
I think you should tell all the lovely people what you just did in a white linen shirt.
What did I do?
Killed, bled, and gutted a fish without getting a spot of blood or scales on the white linen shirt.
The old spotted mackerel is actually a very easy fish to handle compared to a 20 kilo yellowfin tuna.
Yeah.
So that was easy.
It's just like, I can be like, you have to wear competition whites to do a horse competition. And I'll be like within 10 metres of a horse and manage to get green snot all over me.
Hey, I'm not saying I don't have green snot on my shirt.
Jess and I were in awe of the scale of the landscape as we sailed around Cape Upstart.
If only we knew what we were in for. So we're in a bit of a dilemma. We've got about 2 full days of sailing to get to Townsville, where we're going to be for a week. Rach has some intensive study to do online. As some of you may know, she's completing a master's in social work. And I've got some things I want to do to the boat, so we're going to put a mast mounted aerial in to boost our cellular reception on mobile, so we can get Wi-Fi, mainly for Rach to have more reliable Wi-Fi, but also just for general internet connection while we're sailing. dilemma is, do we sail today and break up some of the longer legs coming tomorrow and the next day, or do we rest today and leave tomorrow and do a bigger leg tomorrow? Our anchorage at Cape Upstart got windier and windier into the night. It's midnight and it's blowing 36 knots, so time to eat some wheat bix. Rach is in the cabin reading, she's not impressed. Can't say enough good things about XL anchors. She's a little beauty, holding us in the one spot, hasn't slipped at all. Anchor watch is showing us we're keeping our position. As you can hear, that wind is really kicking. Early the next morning, we were still getting downdrafts of above 32 knots. Pretty windy night, hey?
Yeah.
Speechless?
Yeah.
So we had like 35, 36 knots gusts through the night, and this is particularly windy here at the foot of a very steep mountain. We're umming and ahhing about whether we should go or change plans, but just spoke to another boat that's left about probably an hour ago, and they're out clear of the headland, and they said that the winds are a lot better out there than in here. So we're just getting that downdraft effect. It's making us feel like it's going to be 35 knots out there. Join us next week for an exciting sail into Townsville. Thanks for watching, and please remember to subscribe. Denim Sailor Girl.